What's going on, everyone? In this video today, we're going to go over another powerlifting mistake, and that is that you should know kilograms when it comes to powerlifting competitions. So as always, let's get right into the video. Alrighty, what's going on, my powerlifting people? Thank you for tuning in to another video and checking out my channel. If you're new here to the channel, you don't know who I am. My name is Aaron Kamesi. I'm a powerlifting coach, athlete, referee, and meet director. So I make videos here on the channel to help out those groups of people. So in this video, we're gonna do a continuation of the powerlifting mistakes series. So we've already gone over things like why you should be improving your technique, why you should be working on the things that you may be neglecting, that you don't like doing, that you're not good at. And for those who've never competed before, we've also gone over why you should be competing in your first powerlifting competition as soon as possible. But now in the series, we're going to continue on and we're going to go over why people that are very knowledgeable when it comes to pound plates in countries where we use pound plates, like here in the United States, why you need to be knowledgeable when it comes to kilogram plates, either having it memorized in your head, knowing the conversion back and forth, or coming prepared in a competition. So this video is going to be good for those lifters that coach themselves at a powerlifting competition, or maybe have like a family member or friend help them out that don't know too much about powerlifting, or if you are a coach and you are getting into powerlifting coaching more and more and you're not familiar with kilograms, then this is going to be a good video for you. And if you've done a powerlifting competition before, then you know that the vast majority of them, whether they are at the local level, national level, or international level, use kilogram calibrated plates, not pound plates. There's going to be some federations out there that use pound plates, but for a majority of them, including here in the US for USAPL, USPA, and internationally for IPF and IPL, they're going to use kilogram calibrated plates, and you have to take a 2.5 kilogram jump unless you're going for some kind of record. So you're not going to be able to do certain weights, like you can't do 225 pounds. You have to do 102.5 kilograms, which comes out to about 226 pounds. So you're not going to be able to do the exact pound plate conversions that you do in the gym and the competition. It just depends on where that kilogram conversion falls to. And then you have to know how to do that conversion. Some competitions, they're going to have the chart there at the scoring table and you can kind of go look at the conversion, but sometimes they're not going to have it there. Sometimes you have, the 60 seconds to put your next attempt in. You're trying to figure out what attempt, you're watching your video of your previous attempt, and then you're not going to have time to look on the chart. So you want to come prepared, either knowing the memorization of pounds to kilograms and kilograms to pounds, or having some kind of app on your phone that does the conversion, or having a printout sheet that has all the conversions for you so that you do not make the mistake that I made and many other lifters make. So I'm going to go over a story from 2015 to show you an example of this. So this was at the North American Powerlifting Championship, NAPF, in 2015 in Moose Jaw, Canada. And back then I was an assistant coach for that team. So I got my first assistant coaching gig in 2014 for both the North American Championships and then the Classic Powerlifting Championships. And then in 2015, I was assistant coach for both those teams. So in 2015 in Moose Jaw, I was coaching a lifter, and when it came to deadlifts, we had her second attempt in as 170 kilograms. Okay, so she goes out there, she gets it past her knees, can't lock it out, and so she misses the lift. So I want to repeat that attempt, but you have to write down the little attempt slip and you have to sign it and turn it in. And in my head, I was doing the conversion and I made the mistake because I had only been really getting used to kilogram plates in 2014 at Classic Worlds. Before then at local meets, a little bit here and there for your own attempts, or maybe you have a printout, but you don't know for all the attempts out there for different lifters, different weight ranges. So I was trying to do it in my head. I thought, okay, I am smart enough. I know how to convert from pounds to kilograms. And I thought I remembered the previous attempt. And so in my head, I was thinking 170 kilograms, but I was also thinking the conversion to 374, 375 pounds. So that 375 was stuck in my head, and I mixed up the conversions and I wrote 175 kilograms for her third attempt, thinking that was a repeat, and I turned it in. So we go into the warm-up room and we're waiting for her turn to come up, and maybe going a little bit over, just relaxing and trying to recover and trying to, fix the technique a little bit, not rounding it back so that she can lock it out. And so then her turn comes up. I'm not looking on the screen, seeing the weight. I'm just seeing her come up on the screen for her turn. And then they're loading the weight, and I'm not looking at the load on the weight to know that there's an issue at first and know that, okay, I put in the wrong thing. So once they're finally loading up 3 reds, which gets you the 175 kilograms, and I'm thinking, wait a second, we're supposed to be doing 170 kilograms. I think, hey, they're putting on the wrong weight. So I look at the scoring screen, I see it says 175, not 170. So then I'm thinking the scoring manager put in the wrong weight. So I go over to the scoring table and I tell them like, hey, I wanted 170 kilograms. She missed her second. We're trying to repeat. I wrote 170 on the attempt slip and you put in the wrong weight. And they're like, no, we put in what was on the attempt slip. Now they didn't have the attempt slips organized by like, these are first attempt, second attempt, third attempts, first flight, second flight. It was just a big mess. So it was very difficult to go in there and look and see, okay, let's find the attempt slip real quick before the weight's loaded and the bar is called. So they couldn't find it. So I walk over to the jury table, which is on the other side of the platform. And I go over to them and say, hey, I asked for 170 kilograms. The scoring table put in 175. They made the mistake. I want to see the attempt slip to show you that it says 170, not 175. So they stopped the meet. The loader stopped loading the weight. One of the jury members comes over to the scoring table. Between the jury member, the scoring manager, and me, we're going through the attempt slips to look for it. And what do you know? They find the attempt slip. It says 175 kilograms and my signature on there. So I made the mistake. So at that point, I was like, oh man, I screwed up. I put the wrong attempt in for a lifter, which sucks for the lifter. And then I tried to blame the mistake on the scoring manager and brought the jury over, and I'm looking like an idiot now. So I go over and I tell the lifter like, hey, sorry, I made the mistake. I meant to put in 170 kilograms to repeat the second attempt. I accidentally put in 175 kilograms because I was converting between kilograms and pounds incorrectly. So we're stuck with 175 kilograms because we cannot change the attempt at this point. The bar is loaded, and technically they would have been bars loaded. The announcer would have said it if I hadn't stopped the competition. So fortunately, the lifter, you can go look it up. Her name is Lindsay Raker. You can look up in the results and see that error there. 160, 170, 175, missing the 170, 175. So you can go look it up, go look up my story. Fortunately, she's like, don't worry about it. I'll go and try it anyways. It's not that much of a difference, 10 pounds, 11 pounds. So she goes out there and it's a similar thing. Gets it past her knees, back just a little bit too rounded, can't lock it out. So she misses out on that opportunity to get that 170 on the third attempt and then being stuck with the 160 on the opener. So just a good learning lesson of a mistake that I made at the North American Championship. This was at a local competition and it wasn't my own personal lifter. I was coaching a USAPL lifter on the national team at the North American Championships and I made this error. So for you as a beginner coach, or maybe you are even maybe a more advanced coach, or you are a lifter maybe sometimes handling yourself, maybe like your coach isn't coming to a local competition, you have to kind of do things on your own that maybe you're not used to doing, it's important to really know the conversion from pounds to kilograms, kilograms of pounds, or come prepared. So the way you can come prepared, like I said, there's apps out there that you can go on your iPhone to the App Store or on Android and go look at these conversions or bar loading charts. And you can go look at the bar loading and then know basically what attempt to put in. And when they're loading the weight, the spotters, you can see that they're loading it correctly. Or you can just, have it on your attempt sheet. So if you have a game plan with your warm-ups and your attempts, in a column next to each warm-up and attempt, you can put what it is in pounds, what it is in kilograms, and what the bar load is going to be with the collars on. That way you come prepared and you can put in the right number to begin with, and you can also check that the loaders and the scoring manager and everyone else is putting the right number in. Because while I made the mistake there in 2015, there have been times where, a loader loads up the wrong weight. Maybe they're looking at the next lifter, maybe one size correct, one size incorrect, and we can't catch every single mistake. So sometimes as a lifter or coach, you need to be watching the loaders and the scores or anything like that to catch any mistakes. And then also as a coach or a lifter yourself, you have to make sure you're putting the right attempt in. So when you run the attempt slip, double check on your sheet or double check in your head or on a calculator on your phone or something like that to make sure you're putting the right weight in. Like I said, for apps, you have to go look at Android or iPhone and see what's out there, how much it costs. If it's free, sometimes they change their name or anything like that. So I'm not going to give any specific names, but if you want to use a website, you can either go to openpowerlifting.com and they have an app that is a bar loader. So you can always use that. Or you can also go to loadingcharts.com and then you can select for what weight range you want and whether you're using, a 20 kilo bar or 25 kilo bar, whether you're using the collars or not collars, then you can print out the entire chart and it has basically the pounds, the kilograms, and then the color plates that you need to put on. So there's lots of different options out there to come prepared. So hopefully that was an interesting story for you to see that even I make mistakes. We all make mistakes, whether a coach, lifter, scoring manager, spotter, anything like that. And that the best thing you can do to set yourself up for success is to come prepared. If you want to know more information about how I became a national team coach for USAPL, you can check out this video here. And if you want to see the other powerlifting mistakes in the Powerlifting Mistakes series, you can check out this playlist here so you can learn from all the mistakes that I made and other lifters make in the sport of powerlifting. But other than that, I hope you guys are having a good day and I'll catch you on the next video.